Shot number 1, Ocean View Drive.
Okay, so we just touched down in Miami, safely in the hotel now. You might recognize, if we look outside, it's looking a little bit familiar. We're gonna try and line up the exact shot, like pixel by pixel. Now, obviously Ocean Drive is a lot bigger in real life. So some buildings that are here just aren't in the game. To be honest, I didn't expect this entire street to just smell like weed, but it does. What do you reckon? That's strong right there. That is strong.
I get wafts of it, like every once in a while, just like, oh.
Yeah, that's the shot. So that's pretty much the exact shot. You can even see Hotel Victor, which is Hotel Dixon in the game way back there. The Clevelander, Breakwater, which is Boardwalk, I believe. That's the exact shot. This is one of the clubs that was in that shot that we just showed. It's called the Clevelander. And it looks crazy in there.
Location 2, Miami Beach Part 1.
The chicks love a lot of Instagram followers.
You heard it here first. Chicks love a lot of Instagram followers.
Sure.
And that's the only reason Matt's here. Okay, so we're pretty much at the spot for one of the opening shots of the trailer. See that building? You probably know what I'm talking about. And Matt says, should have brought a ladder so you can get a bit closer to the trailer shot.
That is something that I said, yes.
So I think I'm just gonna hop on your shoulders and we're gonna get up as high as we can and recreate that drone shot.
Sounds like a plan. What are friends with movable ladders?
Okay, so we're pretty much in line perfectly with one of the opening trailer shots here. It is a bit cloudy, but I don't know if it's going to clear up much today. But this is pretty much maybe a bit further right, like here, those 4 buildings. And then you can imagine the drone shot that goes over. Other people have recorded that. I'll show a photo of what it looks like from above, where people have sort of exactly recreated that trailer shot. But this is, I have to admit, kind of surreal just standing here. But just like in the trailer, all of the umbrellas. There's so many umbrellas. I haven't put them all up yet.
Location 3, Miami Beach Part 2. We could tell we were at the right spot when we saw this building, because this is the very first building you could see on the left in the trailer shot. So now we just had to line it up.
So on the left there, you can see that yellowish building that's on the left side of the trailer. And man, that is a long, long, long beach. Unfortunately, well, the sun's coming out a little bit, but it's a bit cloudy. But I think this is pretty much as good as we're gonna get. You can see Matt over there just chilling, becoming an NPC.
Shot number 4, the speedboat.
So we just arrived at Bayside, and we're about to take a speedboat and try and recreate that speedboat shot when they go alongside the port. We'll see how we go.
Now, unfortunately, we didn't have like a drone or another boat that we could put in front of our boat to perfectly recreate the shot. So instead, I wanted us to actually be in the boat that's in the trailer shot. It was kind of cool knowing that, you know, we were just recreating and living out the life of the NPCs that were in the trailer. And here you can see the port that's in the trailer, pretty much the exact ship. And here's how we did for the shot. Before we got off the speedboat though, we saw a couple more things that were in the trailer as well. The first is a seaplane pulling one of those advertisement banners that you saw in one of the first shots in the trailer. Pretty cool to see that in real life, as well as Star Island, which is where all of the very, very expensive celebrity mansions are. And we even saw one of the mansions Dexter was shot in as well, so that was pretty cool. Shot number 5, 500 Brickell Avenue.
So for our next spot, we're coming up on 500 Brickell, which was that building near the start of the trailer that you probably saw. You might not have known what it is if you're not from Miami. And we're coming up on it now, so we can see it sort of through these trees, I guess. So it turns out that this side of the road is like completely under construction. We're gonna see if we can still get to the spot. I think we'll be able to, but Miami has a lot of construction going on. Okay, so not only is there a construction site over there, there's also a construction site here. Now this is kind of really important because this building right here is the one that you see in the trailer. Now I don't know where they're driving. They're probably driving on whatever this construction site is meant to be. So basically, the trailer shot is looking up at this, and then you can see Brickell in the background. We're gonna try and go further that way. Okay, we're gonna go up into the Metro Mover station because that's right next to the building. Should give us a good shot, hopefully. Oh my God, this is a lot of stairs, especially with the heat. Okay, so we're at the top, out of breath. Sadly, I don't think we're gonna be able to recreate this shot perfectly because there's just things in the way in real life, but here's the first building you see. And then you do see 500 Brickell around the corner. So it's like, kind of like that. That's pretty close. All right, so we made it to the spot basically. This is as close as we're gonna get. And you just can't see the circle on top of Brickell. Maybe I'll zoom in to see, I'll show you exactly what I'm trying to show you. But basically, yeah, in the trailer, this is like a road that they were driving across to look up at that building.
Shot 6, the Wynwood car meet.
Okay, so we just got to Wynwood. You can see all of the walls behind me, but we'll cut straight to the chase. The thing you probably want to see is exactly where that trailer shot was, right? We're standing on it right now, which is so cool. All right, we'll flip the camera around and I'll explain what's happening. Okay, so as we're walking down here, where they're turning into that car meet, that's actually right here. Now, obviously it looks different. We've even got like a messy mural on the side of it right now, which is pretty cool. And they're turning into here, which I guess is gonna be, yeah, some sort of car meet area. That's kind of cool. The reason we know this is the exact spot is actually because of a couple things. Number one is that building way back there. So we can see the WeWork building here. That's not in the game, but that building at the very end, it's. Now, another reason we know that this is the exact spot is because of a bakery up here. Now, on your screen now, I'm hopefully showing you that bakery in game. And people have tried to find this exact spot in real life before, but haven't found it. They've found the bakery, but they couldn't find this exact spot. So just like in the game, the bakery is on the right-hand side up here. But here's this bakery. So I'll get a front shot. Here's the bakery. We were down over there walking this way before. And then, yes, you have that big, whatever this building is, down in the distance. And this street's gonna be crazy in the game, I already know. All right, we're in a shop here in Wynwood, and I've told Matt he needs to buy this shirt to look like Tommy Vassetti.
A large is kind of large.
Okay, this might be the most bizarre thing you could ever imagine. You even got the glasses. Yeah. Okay, hold on, we're gonna show you the funniest thing ever in Wynwood. When you reckon they'll put that in the game? Okay, hold on, I'm just gonna show you. All right, here, on this ball here, we have, what is it?
Dark Viper.
It's a Dark Viper. And on the very next ball, we have a gorilla. And he's got glasses just like me, for real, he's just like me. So here we go, we've got Dark Viper and a gaming gorilla. What are the actual chances of that?
Shot 7, the airboat in the Everglades. Okay, look, gonna be honest, this isn't as much of us getting a shot, it's just more of us enjoying our time in the Everglades and seeing some alligators. And can I just say, airboats are loud. Cover your ears. Wait for this. Ready? But we did see a handful of alligators, and do you remember this shot from the trailer? Well, it turns out that the Everglades National Park actually rescues a lot of the alligators that were nuisance alligators. Basically, alligators that were in people's backyards, in people's pools. So that alligator in the trailer that was in a pool, in real life, some of them end up here. Location 8, the Venetian Causeway. Now, a lot of people have already taken a drone shot of this location in real life, and I don't have a drone, so instead, we wandered around on the ground to explore everything we saw in the trailer on the ground. And I want to give a huge shout out to Gabe. Thank you for driving us everywhere. Gabe is a viewer of the channel and Matt's channel as well. So thank you, man, and thank you for the drone footage as well.
Is this that tennis court and parking lot that was in the... Is there a tennis court there? Yeah, here. This is a tennis court. We're getting serious.
I'm not losing money on it.
Boots on the ground. We're going to find if this is really a tennis court. It's a tennis court. It's real.
There's gonna be tennis in GTA 6.
You're gonna play tennis on this tennis court in game.
Madness. I'm so excited.
Well, there's an Instagram account called Only in Dade, where it's like they post all the crazy shit that happens in Miami-Dade. If you scroll long enough, you'll find a couple videos like that.
So apparently, people twerking on top of cars is a thing that happens a lot.
Happens all the time. You stand by Miami Beach long enough, you'll see a couple people doing it.
You mean the car's in motion, right? Like seriously.
Sometimes it'll be in motion, sometimes it'll just be parked in the middle of the road blocking traffic. And we started watching with all the people that were walking in the building. And they're like, yo, they're twerking on the cars, this is crazy, it's really real.
Shot 9, the Lucia in the back of a car shot. So we know the exact location of this shot, but it's impossible to completely recreate the shot perfectly, and here's why. This in real life is the Causeway Center, which you can see here. But the trailer shot happens on what is in real life the MacArthur Causeway. So Rockstar actually moved the Causeway Center way further right, so this exact shot just isn't going to be possible. But what we did do was still drive the exact same way Lucia was, and I stuck a camera out the top of Gabe's car to basically get the POV of what Lucia was actually seeing in the trailer. So here's the result. Location 10, Clubspace. This shot here takes place inside of one of the actual clubs in Miami called Clubspace, but sadly it was shut down when we tried to go there. But we did meet the owner of the club outside, so there's that.
No, we work there.
Oh shit, where at 11? Or at Space?
Space.
What do you do?
What's that?
What do you do there?
I'm down there.
Oh, cool. Oh, for real?
Yeah.
So we're working on reopening.
My partner also.
The next morning, it was time to head out to the Florida Keys to try and recreate this trailer shot here. And yes, that means we had to book a seaplane to get the authentic experience. So we headed out to the water to head on the plane. Location 11, the radio tower. About 10 or 15 minutes into our flight, I was not expecting to see this. We went directly past the WCIX TV tower, which is in the Redlands of Florida, and this is actually the exact tower that was in the very first shot of the GTA 6 trailer. Crazy that we got to see it, and I know a lot of us are going to try and climb this as soon as the game comes out. Now, we're going to see this exact bridge in a second, but first, we flew to Key West, the very southernmost point in the entire United States. At this point, it's not clear how many of the Florida Keys Rockstar is actually going to put into GTA 6, but I'd say it's almost certain to get some sort of parody of Key West, and definitely some sort of in-game parody of this buoy here that shows the most southernmost point of the US. Location 12, the Blimp. On our way to the bridge that was in the trailer, we saw the actual blimp that was sitting on the ground in that trailer shot. So I asked our pilot Tony what the blimp was for. Apparently, it's actually a scouting blimp or a surveillance blimp that scans for any boats coming across from Cuba, because the Keys are actually less than 100 miles away from Cuba. So it's going to be interesting to see if that's the blimp's purpose in GTA 6 as well, and if Cuba actually makes it into the game. Our final shot is the seaplane heading over the Bahia Honda Bridge. This was one of those moments where it really felt like I was in the trailer, and flying over it in a plane really gets you a perspective that you can't get on the ground. A lot of people wonder why there's two bridges. Well, the bridge on the right is actually an abandoned railroad bridge, and as a result, the government cut off either side of the bridge so that people couldn't get on there because it's unsafe. Now, sadly, we couldn't recreate the exact angle of the plane on this bridge, but our pilot Tony did his best to recreate it on one of the bridges a bit further up. So with everywhere we wanted to film, we headed back to Miami. Our pilot Tony cut the engines, thought that would be funny for a few seconds. Very funny, Tony. And he even let me fly the plane for a couple of minutes, which was pretty neat. It's a little bit harder than it is in the game. And there you go, there's about 14 locations and shots visited and recreated from the GTA 6 trailer. Let me know if you want me to do this again when trailer 2 comes out. Hopefully we don't have to wait too long. Stay safe, and I'll see you in the next video. Boys!